Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and yes, we are live. Hopefully. I'm still waiting for the confirmation on that, but I'm pretty sure it's true. So, folks, I do want to thank you for stopping by tonight on a Thursday night. Sorry I didn't get a video out yesterday, but oh, wow. I've just been trying to keep up with stuff, and I had a lot of errands and things I had to do yesterday, so this is President-elect Deb here. Because you know what? I'm as much president-elect as Biden is. So, yeah, President-eject. I like that one. Yeah. Oh, anyway, so, yeah, sorry about the music, but I'm kind of limited without paying a big bunch of money for it. So, got to use what I can. And yeah, anyway, so we've got oodles to do, guys. We really, really do. So let me switch over. Oh, yeah, oh, here goes the cam.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, people.
Yes.
Share with anyone that you don't know
Okay.
that could use it.
And yeah, I'm one of those people that keeps something over my webcam. Okay, so we've got lots to cover tonight. I had really about 3 times as many tabs, but my computer's going a little slow, so I just need a better computer, which is not in the budget right now, especially since I took my car in to get the brakes checked, and yeah, problems. So anyway, but that's all right. Yeah. So we're going to start out here with this tweet by our wonderful POTUS. He says, "This is what we know. We have to go back to the state level and how this morass came to be in the first instance. The governor, Wolf, and the state Supreme Court flagrantly violated the Constitution of the United States. The power to set these rules and regulations is vested in the legislature." Well, back up. They just ignored the Constitution. He's talking about Pennsylvania, by the way, if you didn't know that. Now we bring it down to the counting houses, and outrageously, observers who are the sentinels of integrity and transparency were excluded. Pennsylvania has conducted itself in a horrible, lawless way, and hopefully this will be corrected by the Supreme Court of the United States. Also, these late ballots past Election Day are illegal, exactly what the president has been saying. The Supreme Court, in extraordinary circumstances, has been able to render decisions in a matter of days, and that is a quote actually from Ken Starr, former independent counsel. So I'm surprised they didn't fact check that one, because they've been fact checking our president like crazy. But I wanted to share that with you. I know that's from the 6th, but it's still very valid. We still need to keep going on it. And I'm going to have to work on the chat that comes up in the video, because it looks awful. But I got to fix it somehow, change the colors or how it works, or I don't know. I'll figure something out. But anyway, so I wanted to share that with you because this isn't over by any means. And when people say it is, they're crazy. They have no idea what they're talking about. So let's go on, because there's just so much. And it's obviously, you know what? I'm going to have to close them as I go here. This is like freezing on me. So we'll just look at the chat. The pretty chat while we're going. If I can. If it'll let me. Well, everything's freezing. Well, I hope it's not freezing for you guys. But come on. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, see, it's like, okay. Well, Corn Pop's going to be his Secretary of State. That's a good one. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let me close this one and see if we can fix it. Okay. Now it's got to pop over to this one. All right. Again, really sorry for it being so slow. Don't know why it is so much, but it is. This one you might not have heard, but I think it's really important. The Maricopa County GOP Chair has stepped down from her post after it was publicly revealed that she was a no-show at a voting machine test in October. So, yeah. She's a bye-bye. I think we're going to see a lot of people going bye-bye. This is something that never should have happened. She didn't even show up for the test that they were doing on it. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. So, anyway, there's that one. And all of these will be down below. I have a few of them down there in the description already, but I just haven't been able to get all of them in there. But I did put a few down there, just kind of placehold. Hi, Red Blanket. And, oh, there's a Wisconsin person. Yeah, hopefully you are going to be very happy when it all turns around for your state. By the way, if you live in one of these states where things are being contested, you need to contact the people in your state and Senate and your House, because you need to make sure that they know that if it comes down to it, that they can make a choice. They can actually choose who the electors are and how they have to go, because the electors have been chosen for, like, the Republicans and the Democrats. They each choose their electors. So then when the ballots come in and those are counted and they know that it's who the winner is, then they know who to send. But I saw one thing today that said that there's questions about these people. The ones that have already been chosen may not be eligible to serve in that capacity. So that's something kind of interesting. Oh, thank you, Robin. I like jazz, and it's about the best I have. So, I just kind of like the blues type thing. Anyway, so this is the situation, where we've got the electors. They have been chosen, but the state senators and representatives can vote on who they send. So that means if they believe they're strong enoughly that there's fraud, all of these states are controlled by Republicans, so they could send the Republican delegation. Be interesting. I don't know if you guys know who Jeffrey Toobin is. I'm going to assume you probably do, but let me just give a little rundown as much as I'm able to in a family-friendly stream. Jeffrey Toobin is the CNN / New Yorker guy. He works for both of them. And he was in a Zoom call and exposed himself. Okay? Very blatantly. And so he has been fired from the New Yorker after 27 years as a staff writer. He almost sounds like, gee, why would I be fired? It's like, wait a minute. Why would you be fired? Why weren't you fired sooner is my question. Because he had, like, witnesses of what he did. And he says, I will always love the magazine, will miss my colleagues, and will look forward to reading their work. As I understand it, though, he's still working for CNN, although he's on, like, an administrative leave, I think. He'll be back, I'm sure. CNN's not going to get rid of him. But anyway, so yeah, he's the guy that just pulled it out there in front of everybody. So lots of the comments, if you read those comments, they're pretty funny. Again, I will have the links down below, but it could be that, it's just going to take me 2 or 3 hours when I get home to find everything, get everything, and put them all in there. It just takes time. So Rudy Giuliani has really been on the case, and he says the evidence of fraud is pouring in at an overwhelming pace. And I don't know why he wrote pace like that. I think that's a very interesting thing. Maybe it's just a typo. When President Trump does it, it's very rarely a typo. Well, morass is a word. I think he used it mostly for the impact and the sound of it. It's just, it is a word. It definitely could be used. And okay. Anyway, this one says, this was a massive effort by crooked Democrats to wipe out the vote of those they believe are inferior to them, deplorables and chumps, which everybody's been talking about. That's what they're calling us, right? Yeah, I know. I was trying to be really good about the Toobin thing. And what a name, Toobin. Just kind of says it all right there. I mean, it's all in his name. Anyway, so yeah, Rudy has really been on the case, and he's coming out with a lot more stuff. And he he posted this and on the 11th, and he says, any information about Dominion? Strange to pick a foreign company to count the U.S. votes. And he says, something wrong with this? Well, there are statements from some of the Chinese source where we've been getting some of the Hunter Biden stuff. They say, and now whether that's true or not, I can't say, but they say that, this is really put out there by the CCP, the Communist Party. So, yeah. Anyway, do we need help moderating?
No, we're good.
No, I think we're okay. But thanks for the offer anyway, Jacob. So Rudy posted this. Well, then we find out Ron has been posting a lot. Now, for those who don't know Ron, his name is CodeMonkey. And CodeMonkey is kind of a very important person in the 17 movement because he was the one running the boards. And and I don't know if you know this, but he just resigned, by the way. And I mean, like on November 3rd, he just resigned. So the board was a little stunned that he did, of the timing of it. I think most of us were a little surprised. But, he said he was going on to other stuff. And if you actually go to Ron's, his regular feed, you can see it. But anyway, if you look at this, Ron has been saying a lot. He's been digging into it. And he says ballots are 100% interlinked with the voting software. Sending a blank ballot allows the software to tabulate votes differently from a ballot that is correctly populated. Whether these blank ballots were used for fraud is an exercise for investigators to prove. So this one, the Philly GOP says voters in Allentown, PA are receiving blank ballots, widespread. Have you received a blank ballot? Email us the photos. So that's significant. And Ron's been going through and he's been looking at some stuff. He did this one. He said the absurd amount. Well, let me close as I go. Again, it'll help as I get down there. The absurd amount of settings on the Dominion voting software is off the charts. If I was a local IT guy, I could probably set up the voting machine to give myself an elected position without ever being on any ballot or running any campaign. Yeah. And then he says the software seems to be legit and written well. It passes independent security audits and probably works as intended. The issue is the amount of control the software gives to the local IT guy who can ultimately decide the fate of a nation. So then it goes on.
People want to know who controls the voting machines, like in Washington State, and how can they find out?
Who controls the voting machines in a particular state? You need to contact your local GOP office and ask them, because I'm sure they'd be able to put you in touch with the people in charge, and or it's possible. It depends on your state's website. Some state websites will have the election information on there. Indiana has quite a bit on the election procedures and who's in charge of what. So, that might be what you would have to do. If you have questions, a good place to go right off is the, definitely go to your local GOP office, whether it's, somewhere in your town or somewhere in your county or in a big city near you or something. But contact them because they should be able to tell you. Oh, thank you, Lisa. You're so sweet. Hey, and I do, when we get near the end, I want to give you Erik's YouTube channel because it's just little and he needs lots of people to give him some thumbs up and some love and, some sub loving. So if you could do that, we'll talk about it in just a minute, when we get near the end. But stick with me on that, okay? And thank you again, Lisa. Yeah, because Erik does get some of it, so it's good to kind of pass it on there. Secretary of State probably is who is in charge, or maybe I don't know if the Attorney General has something to do with it or what, but there's probably something. Anyway, CodeMonkey goes on and he says the software seems to be legit, so we know that, but it's the control that is given to whoever the local IT guy is. And that's really where the problem lies. And he says, where are our checks and balances for the local IT guy? Who is auditing his actions? Where are the logs? Which settings did he enable? Did he change settings? When? See, that is really key, because you would like to believe that they're all good people and they really genuinely want these to be good, honest elections, but it's simply not true. It's just not true. So anyway, then he goes on. I mean, Ron was really going to town. I probably don't even have all of them that he talked about, but he says, why does the Dominion voting system user manual say to not enter a password? Why are they using digital certificates without passwords? So, I mean, he's really going to it. Now, Ron's not the only one. See, this has triggered a bunch of IT people who all have these really good IT skills, and they're digging into stuff. And there are people, what's really amazing about this is that these people with these skills, like there are statisticians, did I say that right? Statisticians out there, people who really love statistics and data analysis, and they are going for it. They are digging right into it and not letting anything stop them. So yeah, they've got that. And I saw a video last night. I watched a video by Dr. Shiva. If you guys know, he was running for office, and the guy that was running against him had it was like a Joe Biden and a Donald Trump. You know, Trump's got like this huge following, and Shiva had a whole big following, and then the other guy had virtually nothing. And then the other guy beat him. So there's something fishy, because Shiva went to ask them for copies of the votes. I mean, the ballots, they're supposed to keep those. They are supposed to keep them for like a year or two, almost 2 years. They're supposed to keep them. They didn't have them, because what they've been doing is they run them through the machine, and then the machine takes like a picture of them, and then the ballots are discarded. Yeah, so they aren't keeping them. Or vice versa, in some places where they run them through, they still got the ballot, but they don't have the copy in the machine. The machine gets memory full or something, and they get rid of it. So I don't know. Documentation's not being kept. That's what I can tell you. And it's not being kept like it's supposed to. So it's going to be hard to check some of these. Well, anyway, I think this is very important. It's like, you don't have a password for this. That's scary in and of itself, I think. And then this guy is another guy. He says Dominion instruction manual shows how to hack software, feed it test stacks with only Biden marked. Can those be counted as legitimate results? Yes. Were they? Yes. Can purge entire batches of Trump votes, and they did it, all of it. So here are actual pages from the document. I've got them up here, and here they are. These are some of the pages that he has listed, and they tell you, yeah, in some cases a user may want to discard a batch. An example of such a situation is when a batch is accidentally scanned twice, or when the quality of the batch is brought into question, or if it's just a batch of all Trump documents. And, if you got all Trump ballots in there, man, get rid of those. And we have to remember, okay, here's something you got to remember, everybody, is that if they tossed out Trump ballots, if they purged those, then they didn't just purge Trump. They purged everyone down ballot. So my thought is that we probably won the House, the Senate very handily. We had them all, because the House and the Senate were still winning, but we know that some of the Trump ballots were destroyed. So I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure we won up and down the line. So anyway, all you have to do is get rid of just purge them, and the manual tells you how to do that. And then here's another one that they can do a test deck and put them in there, and if using unmarked ballots, Mark a number of ballots in predetermined ways to create what is referred to as a test deck. This deck of ballots should be created for each ballot style and tabulator. Make a control sheet that summarizes the total results for the test decks. Now, I can understand testing it. I do understand that. But what happens if you have unmarked ballots? Some of them have been putting, like, I've heard them say that there was like a tab or tape or something over a corner of it. Yeah, are the purge lost forever? I don't know. I would think they were, unless they kept the paper copy. Okay? So all I can think is that if there was a paper copy of it, they can check that. I don't know. This is such a mess. And the more that comes out, they've got people now. Rudy Giuliani was talking about how they have people from Dominion Software, whistleblowers, or maybe might not have been Giuliani that said that, although I think he did. But the main person, James O'Keefe, was talking about getting some people from Dominion. So yeah, the Diebold or whatever they are, Diebold, is owned by Dominion. So I guess Dominion bought them up. So that is what I voted on, was that one. And that's why at least my vote, I know my vote went in, well, because it had that paper tape there. And if they do that with all of them, that would be a lot better. But still, you sit there wondering how much of my vote's really going through. So something's got to change. And I did a little bit of research on the blockchain, and I think probably blockchain would be a good reason, a good way of doing it. I'm going to shut this one down too. Again, I'll put all these links down below. I just, it's easier. My computer works better if I have them like that. So, if they're doing the blockchain, as I understand it, okay, and I'm not real up on it, but what happens, this is just like a very quick overview for those of you who don't know about it. Imagine like a chain here and a chain here and a chain here. And what happens is this one has the address of the one in front of it and the one behind it. And then this one has the address of the one in front of it, or the one behind it and the one in front of it. So it goes both ways. So that way, when it's broken, when it's disturbed, if something's inserted or if something's taken out, it messes everything up. It messes the coding inside that block up. So then you can see that it's been messed up. So it's obvious if it's been changed. So that's one of the reasons why the blockchain is so important. And so that's what the Postal Service got a patent for blockchain. There was some kind of blockchain they got a patent for back in January. You got to wonder why. So, yeah. Things are starting to flip. Anyway, Ron here says, if I had forensic access to the live configuration data, logs, settings, and intranet setup of the Dominion voting systems used in the districts reporting anomalies, I'm confident I could quickly and conclusively blow the lid off digital election fraud if it had actually occurred. And you know what? He's got the skills to do it. I believe Ron there. So I'm really hoping somebody is, getting him in there. And Terry Hargraves here says, Ron, maybe speak with Jim at Gateway Pundit for following article's source. And, he talks about it. So hook him up. And they were trying to hook him up with Rudy. People were saying you need, somebody from the Trump team, please contact CodeMonkey. He can help with how they digitally stole the election using Dominion voting. So, yeah, I think he could do it. Probably he's got the skills. I'm not able to do that kind of stuff, but I think he could. And like I said, it's not just him that's doing this. We're getting all these IT people from all these different places going in and looking at stuff. And it's really important when they have that, that they can figure those things out. Okay, so this is from the Federalist, and they say, I was in Philadephia watching fraud happen. Here's how it went down. And this is a statement that they're saying this is exactly what they did. This is how it happened. You know, the part that I saw, this is what I saw happening. So I think there's a really good article that they were working on it. And, so on a borrowed laptop at about 2 p.m. on election day, I typed up a very short document to start a federal lawsuit and to request that the federal court intervene to prohibit these unfair practices. At about 4:30 p.m., its filing was authorized by the campaign, and the federal court ordered a hearing that began at 5:30 p.m. and went on for 2 hours. In open court, the judge compelled the Board of Elections to agree that the Republicans could have up to 60 representatives in the room. That was a huge victory, not only for Republicans, but for anyone who actually wants to have a vote tabulation worthy of belief. And he also compelled that the board to agree that all observers, Democrat or Republican, could get up to the 6-foot barrier. You see, I almost wonder. I almost wonder if, with the whole China Wu flu everything, was this part of it too, that they'd have to stay 6 feet away so they couldn't see the ballots being manipulated so well? Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to leave this for you because it's a really good article for you to read. Well, speaking of messing around with stuff, this was something else that CodeMonkey pointed out, and maybe Mr. 17 pointed out, or President Trump, because, when I've been trying to tell people on Facebook what's going on, I'm using a code. I swap out a capital I, or I swap in a capital I when it's supposed to be an L, and then it looks like an L, but it's a capital I. So, if they're checking for certain words, it won't have it. Like ballot. I would type it BAII and then a 0 T. That way, if they are looking for the word ballot, they're not going to find it. So they wouldn't monitor or censor my post. Well, I think we've got that going on here. This is an actual ballot, a sample ballot, and it is from Massachusetts, and I want to show you something here. Okay, now I went through and I tried it over here, but it didn't work. But if you go and you take this person right here, which, poor girl with the name like that, anyway, and you highlight this word Republican right here. Let's see if it's going to work for me because it's going so slow. Come on, you can do it. Huh? Anyway, what's been happening, and I think people who are aware of the Corny situation, that when you looked for James Comey, when you looked for Comey, you didn't find it. But if you looked for Corny, Corney, you found it. Now, oh, come on. I don't know if it's going to let me do it. I don't think I have the whole word selected. We'll see. We'll see. This would help too if I could close this one. Let's see if it comes in here. Well, it pulled in enough. It pulled in the part I needed you to see. Let me make it a lot bigger. What happened was, it's not Republican. It's REPUB. Instead of an L, it's an I. Yeah, on that one. Now, it's like we said with Trump. I'm going to close this. That'll probably, don't save. But on this one right here, definitely it is not Republican. So does that mean that it didn't register a vote for her? That's what you have to wonder. Little things like that, because it sure does look like Republican. I mean, it really does right there. It looks like Republican, but it's not. And so I think there's a lot of things like that going on. And quite often when they're in a PDF, if you highlight them and you post it into something like a notepad or something like that, you can see that it's an I instead of an L. It's just a capital I. And, O's and zeros and those kinds of things, they can all be used to keep things from being seen. Okay? So I really think we need to check a lot of things. And I don't know how you would check that, because the machine will read it as II. Oh, they're just so devious. And so that's just another type of fraud that's out there. I mean, they had all kinds, it seems like. Well, here's what I really want to share with you. I want you to have this. This is down in I'm not sure about the sample ballot yet. I don't think I have that in there. I don't know if I do. But I know I have the link for this one. It's 234 pages. And these are affidavits from people who have witnessed some kind of voter fraud. Now, some of them are handwritten, as you can see here. But remember, all of these are sworn testimony. They are affidavits that have been sworn in front of, they've been under oath, which means that if they lie in this, they can be convicted of perjury. If they are convicted of perjury, they could be spending 10 years of their life in jail. So this should not be taken lightly, and it's explained to them before they do this, that is the, possible outcome. And these people still wrote these and swore to them and said they would be willing to testify. So if you go through this, like I said, this one's kind of hard to read because, it's handwritten and it's 4 pages long, I think. She detailed it. I mean, she's not just saying little stuff. Excuse me. She's detailing it all. So she's got there was backpacks and suitcases that were saran wrapped in the back of the counting room over by escalators. They had backpacks and suitcases saran wrapped. Why? Why would you do that? There's just no reason. There's not. So
Tut tut, looks like rain.
yeah. So lots of stuff here going on. I had a man scream in my face to back up and be 6 feet away when I already was, or he'd throw me out. A lot of it was that. It was intimidation. It was like, yeah, you guys. I see. We have Gray in here. Yeah, Gray just doesn't believe. Okay, bye-bye, Gray. Not gonna miss him. So, you can say there's no fraud. Here's 234 pages of people who will testify under oath under penalty of perjury where they could be kept in jail for 10 years of their life. They're willing to say, yes, there is. And I saw it. So you may have to keep an eye on Gray there. Yeah. I don't mind dissent. I just don't like people being a pain in the butt about it. So anyway, like the guys, I have a few people that come on my channel and they always leave negative comments every single time, but they keep coming back. So it's like, okay, yeah, as long as you keep coming back, I guess that's good. But see, yeah, they are sworn statements. So these are sworn statements, and this one too. I am personally familiar with the facts stated in this affidavit, and if sworn as a witness, am competent to testify to them as well. They all say that. These are all, but did I mention these are all from Detroit? They're all from Michigan, one county, 234 pages. Yeah. So technically my thumbnail is not correct. Technically, I should have said not 234 affidavits, but 234 pages of affidavits. This one I witnessed at table 88 were many indications of duplicate ballots on the computer screen. The ballots were then passed up to the next person at the table. When I questioned this many times, I was told they have their own process and don't interrupt it. Yeah, don't interrupt us while we're cheating. Yeah, it's like, really? Yeah, the worker would quickly scan the next ballot. Several times I would try to move a little closer to the computer to read better. I was shooed and even physically pushed once by a poll worker. The Democrat standing there was also telling me the ballots had matched. During these same instances, I had a Democrat over my shoulder and intimidating wherever I went. I mean, these people, it was not good. Yeah, it was just not good at all. Oh, Corey Lewandowski he's tested positive for COVID. Somebody said they wondered if this testing positive by some of these Republicans was because it was to give them a reason to disappear from public for just a little bit so they could testify to grand juries. I would like that. That would be good. I can't say if that's true or not. It's just maybe wishful thinking on that one. But, this goes on and on and on. And some of them are typed, so it's not all handwritten. But, this person wrote 6 pages worth, and they're very detailed, some of them. I observed suitcases and boxes saran wrapped in the rear of the room. There's another person. It was not indicated what they were, but there was a couple of times I was asked to get away from them. Yeah. It really was not a good situation for those who were there. By the way, if you are in one of these counties and you would like to be there to witness the recounts on any of them that are being recounted, call your GOP and offer to do that, because they need people who will do that. So if you're in a position where you could, that would be something very good to do. Just call the GOP, your local one, and they will tell you, they'll see if they can get you in there or whatever. This is from Andrew John Miller, and he says, these are all voters in the state of Michigan, because this is where it's at. And he was a poll challenger on Tuesday and Wednesday. The table I was at was duplicating ballots and had about 25 ballots to duplicate. One poll worker held the original ballot and a second poll worker duplicated the ballot, which is not unusual. Okay, when they're saying this, that's not totally unusual, because sometimes they have to transfer them over to be able to put them in the system or something. So that's not necessarily illegal. The poll worker who duplicated the ballot hovered over the ballot and blocked me from being able to see the duplication process. Now that's where it gets suspicious. A third worker was blocking me from being able to see the duplication process. I informed a supervisor that I was denied access to see the duplication process and need to review the ballots for accuracy. I was informed that I couldn't because the duplication process was personal, like voting. Oh yeah, right. Oh, by the way, just real quick, I was just thinking, I saw Erik's little note there. And if you haven't subscribed to me yet, I think probably most of you are subscribers. But if you haven't, I hope you will hit that button, because I'm like 50, I'm trying to think. Yeah, about 60, I guess, away from hitting the next 100, which, see, YouTube has done it so they only give you like 50,000, 50.1 thousand, 50.8 thousand. I'm on 50.9 thousand, so it would bump me over to 52,000, which would be really nice. So I'm just a few away from it. But they don't show you guys. They don't show you guys that anymore. I actually have been just going kind of all over the place, up and down. One time I had like 51,000, 60 some, and then it went backwards, and now it's coming back up again. So it's like 33 or 34 right now. Anyway, so additionally, the poll workers refused to enter my challenge, because when they're challenging them, they're not entering the challenge into the computer like they're supposed to, and also refused to enter my challenge into the poll log. They're supposed to do those. And the 6-foot thing, they have really been going after that. And, oh, man. Yeah. So, yeah, Tracy Beans, a lot of people have been putting out quite a bit of stuff. And so if the ones that are left, if you can find them, it's a good thing, right? Because we're trying to get as much information out there as possible. And I saw roughly 24 computers on November 3rd, 2020, and every computer I saw had a red error messages in the lower right-hand corner saying update overdue. Additionally, not all of the computers indicated the correct time, with some being off by approximately 5 hours. All computers with the incorrect time were synchronized to show the same incorrect time. I wonder if that was like, so they could have 5 extra hours to enter votes, with it still saying it was still November 3rd before the time they were due. So it goes on, folks. This is page 13 out of 234. There you go. The link will be down below. You can check it out because very important stuff. Just when people say there's no evidence, you show them that. So I just want to remind you of what President Trump said. On May 10th, he did this tweet and he said, "And we caught them and their illegal activities." So if you think for a minute that they haven't caught the fraud, yeah, you're just not with the game, because I'm sure of it. I am 100% positive they have caught them all and their illegal activities.
I'm just waiting for them to actually start to do something.
Well, the other cases are starting to go in court. And that's going to be the important part. I'll tell you what, guys, the arrests cannot happen for at minimum 10 days after the election. Okay? They really can't, because the DOJ technically can't really do its investigations until the results have been certified by the states. So until the results are certified by the individual states, the FBI can't go in and arrest people. Okay? So just, I know, be patient and everything. And so, okay, now I need Erik to tell me, let me close this one because it's big. Erik, I need you to tell me what your YouTube channel is again, because
Okay.
let me just go to YouTube here. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. 17 just posted? Oh, cool. Oh. We may have to look at that. Okay. Well, anyway, so...
There, I just put it on the...
Oh, you did?
On the chat.
Okay. Erik said he just put his channel in there on the chat. You need to give him some thumbs up and everything, because he's going through a tough time right now, and trying to... Okay.
On the path for bariatric surgery.
Yeah, he's on the path for bariatric surgery, and it's not an immediate type thing. This is a long term. It's gonna, try to get him into the point where everything's okay, and he can be healthy through it and everything. So, it would really help out if that's something that interests you. It'd be good for you to kind of encourage him in that respect, and so, yeah. Well, I'd like to see what 17's going to do. I hope it's not going to make me... I don't know. I really honestly don't know why this is running so slow. It's not done this... It didn't do this the first few times. And so, anyway. Well, I can't... YouTube's having a fit bringing it up. I don't know if this one's going to come up or not. We'll see what 17 said. If I had my phone, I would just check on that. But okay. Well, the only reason I was going to YouTube was to try to get Erik's channel. I don't see your channel. Did it come up in the chat?
Yeah, it's here. I'll post it again.
Yeah.
There.
There we go. Okay, I see it now. Okay, yeah. If you could do that, that'd be really nice. Just give him some subs. We need to move him up the list. So, anyway, I'm still waiting. I just don't get it. My computer evidently, it runs fine at home. I don't know why it's doing this here. But, some people were saying that Ron was 17. Ron's not 17, guys, and neither is Jim. All right? They're not 17. I can tell you that. They've just been helping him out. They're just people who have volunteered. They're like the rest of us. So, yeah, this has been a trap for them. It really has. And they've caught him. I'm telling you, they've caught him, guys. So, well, that's encouraging. Nothing can stop what's coming. There were a lot of people that were saying just because 17 hadn't posted since Ron left, that, see, Ron was 17. And so I knew something was going to be coming pretty soon because he's not going to let that happen. Yep, nothing can stop what's coming. By the way, there's an one of the NCSWIC. Okay, under the CISA, which is the cyber, I don't know, it's the thing that under the Department of Homeland Security, there is an agency called CISA, CISA, and they were created to stop voter fraud. And then there is a sub-agency under that called something that is an NCSWIC. Those are the letters for it. So nothing can stop what's coming. Anyway, so now I got to have a regular screen for just a little bit. So
Lisa Anderson said, let Deb know that there was an arrest made on Santa surfing had it on earlier. There was an arrest made
of,
I don't know. She just says, let Deb know that there was an arrest made. Santa surfing had it on earlier.
Is it like an election arrest? Election fraud arrest? Because those are happening. Yeah. And you got to understand that things are starting to come together. Who knows what kinds of things they've suggested for me down here. YouTube sometimes goes really weird. And now they've got a different place. Have you ever noticed that now they have a different place that they just changed it over to for when you want to stop the automatic? It's on the video itself, which is really just annoying. But look at that. I've got FBI and United States. You would think I don't knit. I don't know why knitting's there because I don't knit. But yeah, the ballots and Judicial Watch and
arrested Biden's campaign manager.
Serious.
That's what
Bada
good painter says.
Boom. Woohoo. Yeah, if that's true, that could be really, yeah. Wow. Well, those, if you've had like the bariatric bypass, whatever, that he could have you on as a guest on his thing. So
yeah,
on his channel.
I'm totally open for interviewing other people, asking questions, things like that. I got a really great team up in Mishawaka.
This is new for him, and he's trying to get figured out what to do and how to go through this. And they even have said that maybe if, he keeps up with this channel all through the process, that they might use it to give to give his channel name to people that are going through it so it can help them. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Flynn is involved, definitely. So, it's not easy to go through. Thank you.
Dallas Jones, Biden's campaign manager, possible arrests, definitely charged in September for ballot harvesting.
Wow. Why am I not seeing these?
I do not know.
Not
the same thing.
I don't know.
Scroll down.
I am scrolled down. Ezra Cohen Watnick is the last thing I see from Beth Frawley.
Wow, that's
a long way back. I'm like major.
Yeah, that's way up there.
I know.
Can you F5 that part to retrump to?
So I don't know. It's still on live chat, so I don't know. I don't know.
Here, do this.
What?
On live chat up there, hit that.
Yeah.
Okay, go to top chat and then go back to live chat, and it should refresh that in its own way.
See, it's just, why is this so slow? It did, the first two or three we did, it was fine, and just the last two, it's been a pain in the butt. What's going on with my computer?
Really sure.
Now I can't get back to the live chat.
Give it a second.
So, yeah. It just keeps giving me there's like no web page open. Is there a web page open? No. Just the live stream web page, but I got to keep that open, don't I?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well,
you would
top chat again, and then
you would think that.
Just.
Maybe this is a problem.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it's some kind of
It's probably your antivirus.
McAfee messing with me.
McAfee.
Well, no, the guy actually calls it McAfee. I always call it McAfee.
I always call it McAfee.
But then I heard him talk about it, and he said it was McAfee, the actual guy.
Okay.
So, I don't know. He's out. Yeah, he's messing around somewhere. He's out on the lam. Okay. Now it won't go back. I can't see anybody. Oh, goodness gracious me, guys. This is no fun because I want to talk to you. I like hanging out with you guys. It's been fun. I've been doing a lot of those premieres where I get to hang out in the chat. Then I don't have to worry about too much and everything goes.
There you go. You're caught up now.
Okay, I'm caught up?
Yeah.
Yeah, X22s, yes, they are. No, it's not pirated. That's their backup channel. I'm pretty sure. X22 Report had a backup channel, and that's the one they're using right now. It's hard to know. It really is, but well, is that what X22 says? X22 says President-elect Jeff. X22 says that they're not his, because I thought it was his backup channel. Okay. Well, I'm not for pirating things, that's for sure. Don't do that. But it's really hard because there's been this like diaspora where you've got people have gone to so many different places, and I know people want me to go to Rumble. There's some legalities I have to read. It's some fine print that I really want to read before I sign up for Rumble and start posting there. So it's just, I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything. So, but probably Rumble is where I will head. I do have BitChute, but I don't actually go there. It's supposed to be taking them automatically there, but I'm not sure that's happening. I think maybe I changed my password and, and I didn't update it on BitChute maybe or something. Yeah.
It's not working. So there's my phone for the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my chat is doing. You know what? I'm just going to close my chat there then. I won't type anything in, but I'll just say hi. Oh, okay. So, okay, not a backup Rumble pirated. Okay, so then don't go there. Okay. And you don't want to support the pirates. So I had somebody pirating me on BitChute for a while.
Really?
Well, they weren't, the thing is, they were doing it, I think, because they really liked my content and I wasn't on BitChute. So they thought that was okay to put my videos on there. So I don't think they did it to try to take away from me, because they said on there, go give the content creator your business or something, so hi, Ileana. Yeah. Well, welcome to Truthification Chronicles. They're on Twitch. Okay. I have not even gotten into Twitch. And then there's D Live. I think Praying Medic went to D Live. There's several. I mean, people just went to so many different places. It's hard to keep track. And I know there's Huge Tube, the Utah gun thing. And there's just so many different places to go. And it's hard to know. I mean, I like having... Yeah, we saw it, Lady Liberty. Yes, we saw it. And that's really good. Did he put another one? I mean, he just did one tonight, right? Nothing can stop what's coming. So we know nothing can stop what's coming. We're excited. It's kind of funny. I'm seeing these other people, these Trump supporters, and they're like, it's just, we've lost, and oh, woe is me. And it's like, no, I'm not feeling that way at all. I'm feeling kind of cool. I'm very comfy because this is happening. We're starting to see happen what we have been waiting like 3 years for. But when you look back, and I knew at the time that we were going, well, it's almost 4 years. Well, whatever. I knew at the time that it wasn't what we were trying to think it was going to be like wasn't the plan. Now I do wonder if 2018, I wonder if they hoped that they'd be able to get the House too, but they knew that the Democrats were going to cheat even then, and they needed to observe it, okay, because they had to see in what ways they were cheating, and so they observed what they were doing. That made it easier for them to set this sting up, and so I'm not worried about it. I know it's going to come out that way because I know we've got a very smart president, and he does what he says he's going to do. And he does not ignore problems. He faces them head on. And if there's a problem and he knows about it, he's going to find a way to fix it. And this is a huge problem because this isn't just, how many years have they been doing this? How many people in Congress right now have been put in through their cheating? How many? Do you really think Maxine Waters got 75% of the vote in her district? Do you really think so? No, I don't think so. I think Collins got the vote in that. iPod. I don't know where iPod went. JT Wild was live earlier tonight. I saw. He does like live singing. I love his song. That song, the where we go one, we go all. That is the best song that has come out of this. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitch, and I went on D Live for the first time today to check something out, and it's okay. It's just they're all very gamey-ish, and the whole setup of it is very busy to me, and it makes it hard for me to focus on what I'm doing. But well, Trump has been kind of behind the scenes. I think he's been laying low because he's letting it play out. You see, if he does it this way, then he's not in trouble. And he can just let it play out like it is. And yeah, the last time we really saw him was, yesterday on the 11th, he did the laying of the wreath on the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It was pouring down rain, and that guy's out there like a boss. I don't know what he uses on his hair, but whatever it is, it's good stuff. I'd like to have that because not a hair out of place. And it was raining. I mean, everybody else was getting rained all over. Hi, Tammy. So now I can see everybody, but I have to look down to do it. So, yeah, I just think that Trump's been occupied. I think they've got that facility set up, that SCIF, and they've spent some time in there monitoring what's really going on. Because, they're still finding ballots. I don't know where they're getting them, but yeah. So, Bongino doesn't own Parler. I said it right the first time, Parler. And same thing with Rumble. He doesn't own them, but he does have some financial stock in them. And there's another one, a video one, Ben Swan, Swan with 2 N's. He's been doing more. Can I confirm, you can confirm that X22 report is not using YouTube at all now. Okay. So. All right. Well, I do understand. So, yeah, well, I'm not thrilled with Parler. It's the French teacher in me. You know how many years I've had to say that word parler? So I don't know. People have gone like everywhere. I think Citizens Investigative Report was down for a while, and she's back up, I think, on YouTube. Something's going on with Pence. Brennan called him out. I don't know.
Really?
That'd be interesting.
YouTube went down last night, 8 p.m. Eastern globally for 30 minutes.
Oh, did it?
Really?
That's interesting. Oh, Candy, I guess I wasn't on YouTube last night. I was on YouTube doing stuff last night, watching videos. No, I was probably reading. Oh, yeah. I was on the boards, man, because We Are the News is down, so I can't go there. I mean, it's like 3 or 4 days. The guys have had real problems with the boards. The bakers, we've had bad bakers, and they've been messing around. Sometimes there's two boards, and you don't know which one is the right one, and so I think that's why Ron left. He was tired of it all, the infighting. No, that wasn't. He said for some other reason, but still, yeah. It's still growing. Parlor is still growing, so just yeah, it's okay. If you've got suggestions, I think the Parlor people are very they're very open to suggestions to what they can build into it.
Apparently, Q just dropped something.
17. We call him 17.
Oh.
So we don't get in trouble.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 17. That we saw it. Just one, right? Just one drop, because sometimes he drops more than one. But just one drop, yeah. I don't know. There's so many out there that it's hard for me to keep track of everybody, and all of them that were purged. I mean, some of them I didn't even follow, so I don't know. But hey, by the way, just kind of on an upside, it appears that today Steven Crowder, his channel just got more subs than the Young Turks. So he was all happy about it and everything on his. He's been doing a live show in the mornings, about 10:15 or so Eastern time. And, they're pretty entertaining. That's usually one of the things I watch when I first get up, as I watch him. So, always entertaining. Oh, is he going to have a rally on 10/28? President Trump holds Make America Great Again rally in Bullhead City, Arizona. If you go to his events page, you can usually keep track. I looked the other day and they didn't have anything scheduled yet, but he doesn't need to do them, but in some ways it's good if he does, because it will show people the truth, and everybody will get to hear the truth from him, which is very good, and then they cover it and then more people hear. So those are always good. So Brennan tweet seemed to Brennan had a tweet. Brennan's going to be like, I got to go to Twitter. Let me go back here and see. Oh, really? Tevin Nunes had 9K subs on YouTube over how many years? A few weeks on Rumble, and he has 150,000 plus. Get over there. You're being throttled and hidden. Possibly, but guys, it's just there are logistics. I don't have somebody to do all my stuff for me, and I'm struggling. I did a post and put it on my blog, which I haven't done in a long time, and then my blog is all funky because of the colors, and I can't get it figured out, and so yeah, I just need minions to do all this stuff for me. Oh, it's just so slow.
Banana.
Yeah.
Banana.
Yep, I need some minions. That's all there is to it. Gotta be panicked because, this whole Dominion hammer stuff was all his baby. So he knows that they're on his trail. He's got to feel the hot breath at the back of his neck.
Could you go into that whole hammer thing? I don't know what that is. In case anyone else doesn't understand that either. Yeah, it's a supercomputer that they had, and also some software and everything that allowed them to spy on third world countries and
people that were kind of against the United States. That was the purpose of it, okay? But then when Obama got in office, he turned it over. Okay, turn on personalized ads? I don't think so. You know too much. Ooh, I like Richard Grinnell. Yeah. I just spoke to our great president. He's in a good mood and totally focused. Woohoo! Yeah, we like seeing that. Okay, so Johnny Brennan is not. Let's see if it'll. See what we see. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, I guess Alex Trebek did not get the same cancer treatment that Ruth Bader Ginsburg got. So, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But anyway, so they used the hammer and scorecard to manipulate third world country elections. And now they're using them for here. So that was part of it. Oh, there's some tweets about. Let's see what John O. Brent. What's his middle name? I wonder what his middle name is. Oh, it's just everything is going so slow. It's like molasses.
They're asking about a Pete Santilli.
Oh, Pete Santilli. What's he got going? Is
on
fire?
Is on fire, putting out a lot of information.
Yeah, Pete Santilli's got some good stuff too. Is he still on YouTube? He was. I gotta remember that my microphone's up here and my webcam's here instead of on this phone. Yeah, I don't know. Is Pete Santilli was on YouTube. I don't know if he still is. I don't know if he made it through the purge or not. North Carolina's got to be for Trump. The letter to the White House. What letter to the White House? I saw one on the boards. So. Yeah. Glenn, you're correct. Let's put it this way. There is a picture, there is part of the video where there's parts of a young black woman. And she, they have some cocaine along the side, and the credit card they were using to cut the cocaine had her name on it, Malia. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, some of them. So, I don't know. It's just like really weird that that's not going. Like, whatever. Don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's just this. Things are not working like they should. I don't know why it is, but you can't do this on one screen. This is the thing, man. I never knew this, but you can't really do everything on one screen. You gotta have more than one. Okay, let's see. We got Undaunted. This is his book, Undaunted. Look at that. That is like the plainest cover in the world. If this is not a money laundering scheme, I don't know what is. Somebody's an idiot. You know, that's such a boring cover. And I know you can't tell a book by its cover, but let's face it, folks. Let's face it. You do actually pay attention to it. Anyway, so come on down here. Oh, and of course, he's telling she's made history. He hasn't posted anything. This is the 7th. He hasn't posted for a few days? Gee, I wonder if John is able to post. Maybe he can't tweet out of Gitmo. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. That's good. That, people are keeping up with different channels. This is one thing I really love, because people are, the news is not just from one place anymore. So we're getting it from all different sides, and then people can use their own brains and make up their minds about stuff. Definitely. So, Yeah, dominion, domination. And just the name of it. They didn't name that by chance. Why would you name it that? That's on purpose. So, yeah. No, not 10 months. Well, yeah, I guess. Because they had it back in December of 2019, the laptop. And they didn't say anything, which, I don't know. I think Ray could be up for charges, too. I hate to say that, but he's not done us any favors. Really? Maybe they're slowing. There's some weird things that have been going on. Like I said, on my end, I had, I've been struggling with numbers because they go up. Like, I'll gain like 20 people and then I'll lose 15. And then the next time I'll gain 15 and I'll lose 20. Sometimes it's like I lose a net 14 like 3 times in a row, which you're sitting there going, statistically this is unusual, I don't think this works. But yeah, do be ready though, folks, because when these people who are celebrating and are so happy that Joe Biden is supposedly the winner, when they find out the truth, some of them are not going to be very happy. So just be prepared. You don't know what could be. So, you got to wonder about like Oregon and Washington, well, in California. How long have their elections been manipulated? Is it by chance that, like, California, has the jungle primary where they just take the top 2 people? How long have they been using it to make the top 2 people Democrats? So you don't have a choice. Just gotta wonder. I don't know, wouldn't that be something if they went red? I did hear that Orange County and one other county was supposed to be doing a recount out in California. Yeah, YouTube's messing around with the numbers all across, the thumbs and everything. So, okay, guys. Well, I think we've covered everything. Well, we haven't covered everything because I probably had about 3 times that many tabs from the last 2 days. So I hate missing a day because I end up, with so much. But yeah, I find it really hard to believe that people around Seattle and Portland are very happy with their government right now. And Chicago, oh yeah, I just heard tonight Chicago Mayor Chicago Mayor Lightfoot, Beetlejuice. I'm sorry, she looks like that. She just said pretty much she was the Grinch that stole the Thanksgiving. Yep, can't have anything. And then Indiana, our mayor, our governor is like, oh no, we got to start locking down again with the COVID and fear the COVID. So I think that it's only going to get worse. If President Trump wouldn't win after all these ballots are, all the fraud is exposed in the ballots and everything, which I don't believe is ever going to happen. But if he wouldn't, then, this is what life is going to be like. So if you know somebody who voted for Biden and they're complaining because they're talking about having more lockdowns and everything, you go, well, you voted for Biden. So there you go. There you go. So did somebody just donate? I can't see.
I don't see anything.
No. Well, I see a couple up there. If you donated to me and I missed it, I'm so sorry because it just gave me a little thing and said I didn't see who it was. So I'm so sorry that I didn't see who it was. Oh, well, I saw that one. So I don't know. If I didn't see you and you did give me some money, I thank you so much because that really does help out, especially since my car is in bad shape. Yeah, Tuesday was a financially not so great day. I had to pay my property taxes, of course, but then I found out that my car it's an old car. Granted, it's an old car, but yeah, needs some work. But it's okay. We're gonna survive. God provides. Yeah, Mayor Lightfoot, she's something else. And I'm supposing that the churches are going to be back in the same situation again. The really sad thing is, I know for sure that if you take Chicago out of the picture, that the rest of Illinois is pretty much red. So it's kind of sad.
Pretty much. It's always been like that.
Yeah.
As long as I can remember.
Well, there are 2 or 3 places, like I think Bloomington is probably blue, and another place, can't remember right off where, but yeah. So, they're talking about they're upset because they're not going to give Biden a briefing, an intel briefing. And I'm like, the man can't get a security clearance. He won't pass the test, the check. The man is so dirty, there's no way he will pass the security check. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting if there was a media blackout. Maybe until all the arrests are made. That would be an interesting thing if that happened. Because when the arrests happen, of course, the media is going to go crazy, and they're going to accuse Trump of doing it for, political purposes. And that's going to be the thing. So, yeah, I heard on the news today that they were talking, who was it? It was a Rush, no, not, O'Reilly. He has like a 5 to 10 minute thing in right before Sean Hannity here on the radio. And he said that the Obamas now are worth $100 million. $100 million, man. Gosh, they got a lot of money from being president. Oh. And that Harry Truman, when he got done, he actually, I think he said that he ended up almost bankrupt. So sad that we had a former president that went through that. So, all right, guys. Yeah, I'm starting to run out of steam here. So, it's been really good hanging out with you, though. I like watching everybody's names because I'm getting to know some of you so well. And so I really appreciate you coming in. And it's always good to see you guys. It's fun. So, anyway, wow, we've got 392 people. Yeah, hey, that's great. Okay, so don't forget, go give Erik a sub there and, encourage him in his journey because it's a tough journey. And we want to make sure that he succeeds. So cheer him on. That'd be a good thing. And just keep your eyes on what's happening, folks, because I can tell you right now, we've got a lot of people that are in deep, deep doo. So, yeah, he probably did kill a lot less people. So, anyway, again, I want to thank you if you did and I didn't happen to catch you. I'm so sorry. But thank you. I do appreciate it tremendously. So I appreciate y'all. It's very encouraging, and I enjoy sharing things with you and being able to help you understand things. I got a chance, before I go, Erik is my right-hand man back here. He helps moderate and stuff. So he has a YouTube channel, which he can put in again. He'll put it in again. And so if you could go to his YouTube channel and, subscribe, that would be really great. Very encouraging to him. He doesn't have very many, but we want to make his channel grow too, right?
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, he would appreciate it. And so anyway, yeah, I like being live, but my connection at home can't do it, so I have to come over here. And it's a little easier when you're doing it at home and you've got everything there, and it's just transporting everything. And he lives on the 3rd floor walk up. There's no elevator or anything, so it's like
it's all we had.
It takes
I didn't have anywhere else to go.
It takes me like 10 minutes to walk up the steps. I walk up a few and I stop, and I walk up a few and I stop. So it was fun, but that's all right. Yeah. So just wanted to let you know. Oh, I was going to tell you. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. I had a squirrel moment. I'm sorry. Squirrel. Anyways.
Squirrel.
Yeah. What I had was last night I had my writers group, and there's this one guy in the writers group who is, he's a really good guy, but when he was in high school, he had some home problems and things, and he ended up being, having a difficult life and drop out of school and all of that. So, we were talking, and he was saying, I just don't get, all of this about the Electoral College and all of this. So I got a chance to explain to him. I went through it. I said, well, this is the situation. This is how we get our representatives and our we have senators and representatives, and I got to break it all down for him. It's so good. I mean, it's nice. It's always nice as a teacher to teach people that want to learn. Because sometimes when you're a high school teacher, that's not the case. And you have to try to get people who don't want to learn, which is always challenging. But it was really nice to hear him. And he's like, oh, it makes so much more sense now. And I'm thinking, how many people vote in our elections and really don't understand how our entire system works? And, I've been watching Sky News, or is it Sky News? I guess that's it, from Australia. And they've been covering it. Actually, sometimes they cover things better than, our media does. But they sat there and they were talking about the election and, calling him president-elect, which he's not. And so I schooled him. I said, okay, if you're not going to be a good journalist, I'm going to school you right now on this is how it works. So, yeah, nothing can stop what's coming. I really think they had to wait. Let's see. Today's the 12th, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think they had until the 14th for some of the states to they still could keep counting until the 14th, I think. So, yeah. Well, hey, at least you got in there. I'm glad you did. Candy, that's what we need. More patriots to step up and to run for office. A lot of the local decisions that are made by people like you and me, just people who step up and they actually run for something. So try it again. Keep at it. We need to get people in positions of the school board. We need to get county commissioners and city commissioners and just all these different mayors. We definitely need mayors and just all these different places. We need to make sure that we've got good people in there, because if we don't get the good people in, then, we're going to get bozos, and we surely don't need them, right? So anyway, all right, this time for sure. Okay, guys. So I want to thank you for stopping by. And I will see you all in the next video, okay? Whenever it may be. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow sometime. So, okay? So, bye-bye, everybody. I'll put it on the ending here so you can see President Trump. I need to get one with him dancing or something because, those are the biggies now. Right? Okie dokie, folks. Thanks again for stopping by. D-class every little thing. I'm waiting for that. All right? So, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Bye-bye.